What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, you already know. Back at it one more again. Early morning stream, man. Up and about, running some errands. Ain't nothing like running errands early morning so you can free up the rest of your day to do whatever it is you choose. You know what I mean? So here we are, man, talking some boxing shit. Just going off the top, you know what I'm saying? Read an article about Ivan Calderon, one of the coldest, baddest strawweights and junior flyweights we've seen in the last 20 years. Guy out of Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? Ivan Calderon, champion in 2 different weight classes. I think he had like 12 different defenses of his 108-pound strap, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Ivan Calderon's about 45, 46 years old, and he's talking about he's making a comeback, man. Mind you, this guy fights at strawweight or junior flyweight, 108 pounds. What the hell is this man trying to come back and fight at 45 years old, 46 years old? And he's talking about he wants to get up in the WBO rankings. You know, the WBO strap is based out of Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? So, and those are the straps that he held as a world champion, WBO straps, you know what I mean? Just like a Miguel Cotto, you know, they're going to show some favoritism or leeway to guys who are from Puerto Rico for that WBO strap. Okay? So Ivan Calderon wants to come back and fight, I believe, the strawweight champion. Fight the strawweight champion, WBO 105-pound champion, Benvito. Is it Benvito Lopez? Something like that. Guy out of Puerto Rico as well. Now, personally, I don't know who's advising Ivan Calderon, but this goes back to them videos I made about a week ago in Amsterdam. When I said I made a video about all these legends trying to come back to boxing in their 50s, okay? Whether it's De La Hoya, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Roy Jones, and a plethora of more fighters who've been trying to come back. Look, Miguel Cotto and what's his name, are fighting. Like I said, man, all these fighters trying to come back. Ivan Calderon, the shoe fits, you know what I mean? He's part of that group as well. He's a legend at 105, 108. Should be in the Hall of Fame. What's up with you, Jed Kyle? Salute, my G. Thanks for coming through already. I don't know what time it is over there in the land down under. Early morning. I told y'all, man, when I was on vacation, I had a lot more time to do videos. But I'm back on my guerrilla grind. It's 10 p.m. at night. Jesus Christ, y'all are 2 hours away from... What's today? Tuesday? Y'all 2 hours away from Wednesday. We just starting our Wednesday as far as morning. But like I said, I had more time to do videos on vacay. When I came back, I'm on my guerrilla grind. It's hard to find time, but I'll still do what I can. But I just know I ain't got the time like that, man. I'll be busy up and about, running up and down. Be coming home, my phone be on like 2%. But yeah, man, we talking about Ivan Calderon. Now, Ivan Calderon, like I said, is a legend at 105 pounds, strawweight and 108, junior flyweight. But guess what? His career did not end on his terms. No. Not at all. See, Ivan Calderon had those 2 classic fights. What's his name? Giovanni Seguro. And Giovanni Seguro, they fought twice. He stopped Ivan Calderon in the last fight. Actually beat the shit out of him. And Ivan Calderon never fought again. Ivan Calderon's been on the Hall of Fame ballot for as far as finalists, but for whatever reason, I don't know, he hasn't cracked or got an invitation to the Hall of Fame in Canastota, New York. I think that's quite wrong because they let guys like, look, I got no problem with Julian Jackson. I also have no problem with Buddy McGirt. But I do believe, I know, Julian Jackson got some of the meanest KOs you'll probably see in the boxing ring. But I don't feel he's more accomplished than the man Ivan Calderon. That's just the truth about it, you know what I mean? Check it. You know, the man, Julian Jackson, got stopped in every fight that he lost. Ain't none of his fights go to a decision as far as his losses, majority split decision, or just a goal. When he loses, he goes out on his back or maybe gets stopped on his feet. Buddy McGirt, come on, man. Buddy McGirt's best win on his resume. Who would it be? Simon Brown? I love Simon Brown. He's from right here, Washington, D.C. But Simon Brown ain't no Hall of Famer. Two different weight class champion. But he's not a Hall of Famer, and those are the best names Buddy McGirt beat. You know what I mean? You check it, so Ivan Calderon did not end his career on his own terms. That's why the man wants to come back to get a little redemption. You know, and really and truly, who wants to see a 46-year-old super strawweight, man? You know, them lower weight classes, man. By the time you hit mid-30s, man, you're done. You're washed. You know what I mean? You ain't got much left in the tank. I'm saying, man, like Chocolatito, that's why he's an all-time great in them lower weight classes, because he's in his mid-30s, and he's definitely lost a step. But at the end of the day, he's still competing with the younger guys, you know what I mean? Jed Kyle says, I remember Calderon was in the pound list for a few years. Absolutely, he definitely was. Yeah, man, Ivan Calderon has a Hall of Fame career, man. Miguel Cotto fought Ivan Calderon in the amateurs. You know, Miguel Cotto went as high as middleweight. Jed Kyle says, I think Simon Brown has a case for Hall of Fame. He was a beast. Some lesser fighters have got in. You're right about that. Some lesser fighters have got in, like Arturo Gatti, Ingemir Johansson, Riddick Bowe. Who else? I'm sure I can name some other guys. Buddy Burt. Simon Brown's a two different weight class champion. Unified at 147 and lineal at 147. And he definitely won himself a junior middleweight strap when he knocked out Ray Boom Boom Mancini. There you go, Jed Kyle. There you go. Yeah. And Simon Brown won himself a 154-pound strap when he knocked out the man Terry Norris in 4 rounds. Then it was very similar to Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz, the second fight. The guy boxed behind his jab, kept him from good distance, dictated the pace, and he just whitewashed the man Simon Brown. Something sort of like what Buddy McGirt did to the man Simon Brown. The way Buddy McGirt took Simon Brown to school. Jesus Christ, man. You thought Floyd Mayweather put a handicap on the man Pacquiao. Pacquiao couldn't even be himself. Yeah, if you thought so, go look at Simon Brown versus Buddy McGirt. Jed Kyle says Simon Brown win over pound for pound Terry Norris was a great victory. Definitely was. I believe it was in Mexico. Knocked his ass out. Cold. And Terry Norris is in the Hall of Fame. So you know, Simon Brown is a guy who's probably borderline, you know what I mean? He's a guy who, like man Jed Kyle says, some lesser fighters have got in. Jed Kyle said, Buddy put on a masterclass versus Brown. Hey, he sure did. You sure did. He took away Simon Brown's left hook, and it was a wrap, man. Slim had nothing else to give. And I like Simon Brown, man. Simon Brown is a yard man from uptown Washington, D.C. I did a whole video on what was it on? I think it was called when best friends don't want to fight each other, but they do. But they will, because obviously for a nice payday and there's some straps on the line. And that's what happened with Maurice Hooker and Simon Brown, two childhood friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So Ivan Calderon wants to come back simply because, hey, man, his career did not end on his terms. So he's trying to get back a little redemption. You know what I mean? Try to get back at some good breaks as far as how people remember him. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So all is well, man. What else? What other news I seen on the boxing tip? The man, what's his name? Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's looking forward to what's his name? Devin Haney versus Linares. You know what I'm saying? Looking has tormented some matchroom fighters, you know what I mean? According to Eddie Hearn, how the man beat Anthony Crolla. Linares beat Anthony Crolla. And was it Kevin Mitchell? I remember all them fights, you know what I mean? I remember all them fights. And sure enough, that's what he did. So Devin Haney is Eddie Hearn's hope for him to get revenge on Linares for all the matchroom fighters he beat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we shall see. Linares is another guy who every loss he has on his resume is via knockout. You know what I mean? Or getting stopped. Linares don't lose no decisions. He gets knocked the F out. And the last time he lost, he took a beating. Holy shit, I fucking forgot my... God damn, I gotta go back on the train now. I'm tripping. I forgot my motherfucking polo sweatshirt. My polo hoodie. Oh no. Oh no, I gotta go back on the train. Holy shit. Hope that train ain't leave. I hope it didn't leave. Here it is. Here it is. Well, if I left that motherfucker, man, I'd be pissed. I've had this polo hoodie. I probably had this polo hoodie for shit, man, since sometime in the early 2000s. Blood clot. Yo. See, what happened was I had my breakfast on the train, so I had a lot of things. So that's why I had to throw some trash, but give thanks, I got my joint. Yeah. J. Kyle. J. Kyle's in the chat. Jed Kyle says, shows how special Prime Meldrick was, the way he handled McGirt. That was another masterclass. And he stopped him. I believe he stopped him in like the 11th or 12th round. That master boxer. You know what I mean? He a master boxer. But Meldrick Taylor, man, showed him that Philly style. Master boxer, but aggressive. Throwing punches and bunches. My favorite Philadelphia fighter of all time is a guy in the smaller weights, 118 pounds bantamweight. A guy by the name of Jolton Jeff Chandler. Bad motherfucker. Jolton Jeff Chandler was like, he's like a Tommy Hearns. He like a Tommy Hearns for small guys. He was a tall bantamweight with a long reach. Keeps you at the end of that jab. Oh my gosh. And he'll blast your ass. He'll knock your ass out. Jolton Jeff Chandler's in the Hall of Fame. And Jolton Jeff Chandler, his career ended early because he had a bad retina, detached retina, that forced him to retire early. But them fellas was a great fighter and a great businessman as well. Man didn't have no promoter. He was on this Ray Leonard type shit. You know what I'm saying? Where he ain't need no promoter. He had some managers. Kind of like how Ray Leonard had that lawyer, Mike somebody, who was like his promoter, or the guy structuring the deals, like that big TV deal Ray Leonard got straight out the Olympics to come to the pros. I believe was CBS. His first fight was showcased on CBS. You know what I'm saying? Jolton Jeff Chandler, his career was like that too. You know what I mean? Had some good trainers out of Philadelphia and managers, and he didn't have no promoter. Yeah, so see where we at in the chat. Jed Kyle says, where you, bro? Stationed in DC. I just left DC. I'm in Maryland right now. I'm in Silver Spring. You know what I'm saying? I was in DC. I just got on the train. Left the crib early. Now I'm out here in Silver Spring, Maryland. About to handle some BI, you know? All right. World McCray, what's up with you, my G? Big up World McCray, per usual, salute. Jed Kyle says, Linares ain't never seen a matchroom fighter this good, though. Haha, absolutely, yeah. Kevin Mitchell and the Crawlers were not on his level, especially with the hand speed and just the slickness that the man Jorge Linares had for them Joe Gallagher tuck-up style fighters. That shit wasn't cutting it with Linares. That's out. Warren McCray says, talking about Linares and Haney. Yeah. That's going to be a good fight. Definitely the best name on Devin Haney's resume. A 3 different weight class champion, from featherweight to super featherweight to lightweight. And what you call it? You know, that's going to be a good name for the man. You know, the man Linares, last loss came versus Pablo Cesar Cano, and he knocked him the F out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Jed Kyle says, I used to hate when I did that. Ha ha ha. Forgot something on the bus. Warren McCray says, oh, hell no, fam. Not the low. You ain't never lied. Not the low, man. Especially low that whole sentimental value. Because it's been with you. You've gone so many places, different countries with the motherfucker. You going out of town, you just have had a lot of memories with this joint, you know what I mean? I'm glad I ran back and got that piece, really and truly. Otherwise, somebody would have got themselves a nice low hoodie for the 5-finger discount. Whoever Craig says, aha, and I seen it on live. Jed Kyle says, that's what we used to all wear at the race, the polo joints. True indeed. Y'all be on the low. That's one thing about polo, man. Polo will never go out of style. Never. A lot of labels come and go. A lot of fashions, they come and go. Not Polo. Polo gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? My pops, I remember seeing my pops rocking Polo when I was a kid. I'm talking about like 85, 86. You know what I'm saying? Until this day, Low's still around, and that's my pops. He still wear a lot of Low, even in his retired age. You know what I mean? Anytime I go visit him, I make sure I lace him. He don't gotta buy Low no more. He's retired. Now, as a youth, the kids, you try to take care of your pops. You don't gotta buy no iPhones. Give him the latest iPhone, new Low. Give him 2 brand new pairs of sneakers. Keep my pops laced, dipped, fresh. The man's retired. He ain't got nothing special to do as far as he don't gotta wear suits and ties no more. You know what I mean? Will McCray says, bro, you lucky that trade was still there. Real rap. You ain't never lie, man. Yeah. What time is it? It's 8:25. I'm surprised the train ain't pull off, especially considering it's rush hour. Usually them trains don't stay there for like 3-4 minutes. You know what I mean? As soon as one pull up, the next one leaving out. Yeah, man. Jet Kyle says, Polo and Nautica, biggest brands in my city with Nike tennis shoes. True indeed. Nautica. I remember Nautica was popping, and I first caught wind of Nautica maybe back in the early 90s. I want to say like 93. That's when I seen a lot of kids was wearing, because Polo had been around, but I seen a lot of kids was now on the messing with the Nautica. And then Tommy Hills was starting to pop off them times too. And Tommy Hill was on some fly shit. But then there was that rumor that Tommy Hill said if he knew all these black people were buying his clothes, he ain't make it for them or something. And that really put a dent into Tommy Hill's catalog. A lot of people stopped buying their shit. I was definitely not fucking with their shit no more. But it only came out sometime in the 2000s. I think Tommy Hilfiger did a interview with Oprah, and them fellas said he never said that. That was always a rumor. And I was like, goddamn. Not that I was a big Tommy Hill. I ain't gonna lie though. I liked Tommy Hill in like 94, 95. Tommy was on some fly shit. I was even fucking with him more than Polo. Back when I only had one t-shirt, Tommy Hill. You know what I'm saying? But Tommy's come and gone. I mean, the youngins, I'll say in the last 5 years, you know how the youngsters, they try to bring stuff back. Maybe 5 years ago, it's 2016. The youngsters, they try to bring shit back from the 90s, you know. All these trends, they come back. Because these kids were born in I'm talking about kids born in the year 2000. In 2016, they 16 years old. So they started bringing back the Fila. They started bringing back the Champion. I've been wearing Champion since the 90s, and I never stopped. I still got my big Conehead hoodies. But people wasn't rocking them like that until the youngins started coming out wearing Champion, having Champion fanny packs and Champion slide. What do you call them? Slides? You know, them kind of like sandals you wear when you go to the beach. And the youngins, I mean, they was on that shit. To the point where I would go into Foot Locker, I'd see a pair of Champion sweatpants costed $70. I was like, what the hell? What kind of hype beast shit is this? You know how the kids do, right? Even the haircuts, bringing back like them boozy fades, shit we used to have back at like 91. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I'd have them kind of boozy, the haircuts, which on the back of my head, I'd probably have the Batman logo, or what's his name, Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? Yeah, the kids, they try to bring back all them trends, you know. Nautica, I never had nothing Nautica in my life. But when I was in high school, Nautica sweatpants were fire. Them joints was official. And the jackets. You seen the Iron Man cover. Iron Man Ghostface Killer cover. I don't know if it's Tommy Hill or Nautica jackets that they have on. Them kind of colorful joints. Them joints was popping. Damn, somebody broke into Slim's vehicle, man. Blood clot. No bueno. Yeah, man. So, let me get back into my boxing shit. Okay, let me read what y'all saying. Jed Kyle says, Nautica massive here from late 90s onwards. True indeed. Well, I put it like this, Nautica is still popular, I'm sure. But different parts of USA, people wear different shit. We wear different shit. And I know my mans and them, they're in California. They went to a polo store, a polo outlet, as a matter of fact. And he showed me the kind of shit. He FaceTimed me. He showed me the kind of shit they got in there. I was like, huh? Yo, the kind of stuff they have in there. And they have plenty of it. If it's here on the East Coast, I'm talking about New York City, Washington, D.C., DMV area. I'm talking about, of course, Philadelphia, Boston, all the way down to Miami and Atlanta. Cities that wear the polo heavy. All that type of gear that my man showed me at the polo outlet in California, that type of stuff you will never find in the polo outlets here. And if you do, that shit will be gone in seconds. That type of stuff he showed me in the polo outlets over there in California, that's the type of stuff you'll find here in a Bloomingdale's. You know what I'm saying? You got or Lord and Taylor, Saks Fifth Ave, or a high-end polos, Ralph Lauren store, you know what I mean? So, different parts of the country could wear different shit. Of course, they be on the Chuck Taylors and Dickies in the West Coast. You know what I mean? You can't be wearing no motherfucking Chuck Taylors over here in the East Coast in the wintertime. Nah, they ain't gonna cut it, But yeah, man. Jed Kyle says, Champion, Puma, and Fila back popular in my city as well. Yep, all them three you mentioned made a vicious resurgence. I'd probably say in the last 5 years, you know what I mean? I'm talking about, I'm seeing a lot of kids wearing Tommy Hilfiger jackets and t-shirts looking like we back in 1994, 95, you know what I mean? They trying to bring back stuff because they weren't around for that, And they always say these trends always come back, you know what I mean? Jed Kyle says, you already know what haircut was most popular here in my city, B-Marsh. The Zoo Rat Tail. The Costa Zoo Rat Tail, man. I know that also well. I never had one, but I could only imagine, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. But yeah, man, on some boxing shit, Devin Haney versus Linares, good matchup. Looking forward to it. We'll see if Devin Haney could, make Eddie Hearn's wishes come true, especially if he does it in the type of fashion Linares always loses in, via stoppage or knockout. Time will tell, but we shall see, I think sometime in May. In other news, what y'all think? Ryan Garcia is going to take this mandatory challenge to fight the man Javier Fortuna. They've been talking about it. They're about to make a big announcement. Ryan Garcia at this stage, if you don't want to fight, the man, what's his name? Devin Haney for the real title, and you want to, dilly-dally and pussyfoot around the man, Devin Haney, then he might as well fight Javier Fortuna when it becomes a mandatory, or it's for the interim WBC strap that the man Ryan Garcia already walks around planet Earth like he's a world champion, you know what I mean? So, time will tell whether they'll make that fight. Javier Fortuna says Devin Haney's ducking him. Devin Haney says Javier Fortuna's ducking him. I was supposed to be, last year, 2020, in April, I was supposed to be at at the fight at the MGM National Harbor here in PG County, Maryland, at Oxon Hill, right? Devin Haney, no, I'm sorry, it was supposed to be Javier Fortuna versus Luke Campbell. I was really looking forward to see that fight. That was a 50-50 fight, you know what I mean? Really and truly. I'm not going to talk about like in hindsight, because Slim got knocked out by Ryan Garcia, Javier Fortuna would have done the same. Nope, we're talking about at the time when the fight was supposed to happen, I had my tickets. I had 4 tickets. My man and this girl, me and my shorty. You know what I mean? Actually, my man and his wife, they married now. But I bought 4 tickets, but nothing happened. But then I got reimbursed by Matchroom because COVID happened, and that fight was supposed to be in April, I believe April 18th. So Devin Haney says Fortuna's ducking him. Fortuna says Devin Haney ducking him. So, might as well get it over with Ryan Garcia. Fuck it. Whoever wins that fight becomes a mandatory for Devin Haney. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right. And some other news, the man Povetkin, his manager, saying that loss he took versus, what's his name? Against Dillian White in the rematch was definitely due to again, the man suffered from COVID. COVID had some long-lasting effects in the endurance, stamina, and performance to Povetkin. Look, Jamal Herring, if I'm not mistaken, got hit with the COVID too. You see what he did to the man Frampton, right? So, they could make the excuse, but at the end of the day, them fellas looked lethargic, walking into the ring, etc. You know what I'm saying? Walking into the ring, them fellas looked lethargic, and he didn't look like he had much to give, even from the first round when he was way off balance and was trying to get out the way of, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get out the way of them big-ass haymakers and sledgehammer overhand rights the man Dillian White was throwing. He didn't look like, hey, man, he was ready for that aggressiveness, you know what I mean? On some real shit, so... Dave Povetkin, I thought he would probably do it again, but this time the tables got turned and he got demolished till his corner threw in the towel. So what other news we got in the boxing world? Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. I made my video about the announcement when I was on vacation. And I believe that was in the week of like March 15th, when I was by the beach. Now we are in April 6th. Until this day, we haven't heard an announcement of when the fight is going to be, what date, and the venue. Now, I'm not saying that the fight ain't going to happen, but we're in April, May, June. They're only going to have, about 3 months to promote that fight? It's supposed to be a mega fight. I'm not saying the fight ain't going to happen, but I'm not too sure, And especially when we had fellas like Frank Warren, who was pissed at Eddie Hearn for announcing that the fight has been made. According to Bob Arum, there's still some logistics that need to be ironed out. So, boxing's full of shit these days. I got excited we about to have an undisputed fight, but at the end of the day, I will not be surprised one bit if the fight don't happen, because that's boxing for you in this post-COVID era. You know what I mean? There's a lot of lies, a lot of bullshit, a lot of fellows who be talking mad shit on social media, on Twitter, but they don't get in the ring and fight, you know what I mean? Where we at in the chat? Jet Kyle says, I had that rat tail when I was about 15, 16. I feel you, man. It's that Eddie Murphy Coming to America 88 joint. All right, where we at? Jet Kyle says Garcia and Fortuna is all right fight. I like that fight. I do. Hell yeah, that's going to be a big test. I'll say it's even more of a test than Luke Campbell. Because at least as Fortuna has been a world champion. Well, he's been a regular champion at 130. And he's been a bad man at 135 as far as a guy who will make you look bad. You know what I mean? Word McCray says, Fortuna and Garcia is a cool fight, just not the one I wanted to see. So what fight y'all want to see for both guys? Let me know. Jed Kyle says, but Garcia should fight Haney. Word McCray says, White, yes. Jed Kyle, Haney needs to call Garcia or Lopez out in the ring straight after Linares fight. Yeah, and I'm sure he will. I have no doubts whatsoever he's going to call out one or the other or both. Jed Kyle says, I think Povetkin just washed and too war-torn. Absolutely, man. Man's been a professional fighter since 2005, Slim. We're in 2021, excuse me. That's 16 years. Warren McCray says, White versus Wilder. I wouldn't mind seeing that, too. But neither guy will take that fight. Nah, unless it's for some stupid paper, big-time money. Because that's now a high risk. I don't even want to say it's a low reward, because at the end of the day, the reward is fighting for the WBC heavyweight title. But both guys are in position next to fight for the heavyweight world titles without fighting each other. So do they need each other? It's almost some sort of like the video I made a week ago of fights we didn't get to see. Ken Norton versus Joe Frazier. Would have been a great fight, but these two guys didn't need each other in order to advance to get world title shots. You know what I'm saying? They were better off even staying away from each other, because really and truly, they didn't need each other to get the Muhammad Ali's or the George Foremans, which both guys fought, you know what I mean? And though there were only 2 world titles back when, so, you know, it wasn't like, you know what I mean, you could try to avoid the 2 best, the best in the weight class, and fight the weakest link, something like what Canoli does, you know, like especially when he went up to 175, rather than fight Bivol or Beterbiev after he beat Kovalev, he'll fight the weakest link. He did that at 154 pounds with Liam Smith too, you know what I mean? So Crawford and what's his name? Dillian White and Wilder. I'd love to see that fight, but these fellas ain't gonna go near each other. Deontay Wilder should be fighting Tyson Fury next. I don't know if litigation's still going on in that situation where he's demanding his a 3rd fight. That might be what's holding up this Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury announcement. You never know, you know. So if Wilder's supposed to be fighting for a world title next, and Dillian White just got back his interim WBC strap, there's no point for them fighting each other. We, the fans, would love to see it, but business, it don't make sense for either guy. Warren McCray says, who's Crawford fighting next? I have no clue. I have no idea. Turned out that Pacquiao stuff wasn't so much concrete, like set in stone. I have no clue. Time will tell. I just want to see him fight Spence. Nobody else really. Jed Kyle says, White versus Wilder is a great fight to make. Would love to see that matchup. So would I. Jed Kyle says, I wanted Crawford versus Porter if no Spence fight. I ain't mad at that fight neither. You know? But if Bud beats him, man, what they gonna say? He got beat by Errol Spence. He's a leftover. Now they say the same thing. The Errol Spence detractors, they try to diminish that victory over Sean Porter. They said, oh, the man had been knocked out before. Oh, not knocked out. He'd already lost how many times? Twice, right? To Keith Thurman and to Kell Brook. Ward McCray says, I want to see Garcia fight Tank like he promised Tyson. I would love to see that too. Man, that'd be a great fight, man. That would be a great fight. That'll be a fight that'll have a lot of people tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Garcia, it doesn't want no parts of these type of fighters. He's one of the biggest clout chasers in boxing. Even his own promoter said the man be bluffing. De La Hoya called his bluff. Jet Kyle says, actually, I would like to see Lopez versus Haney and Tank versus Garcia. I'd love to see them two fights too. What about for Javier Fortuna? Raghu Rajaram, what's up? He says, LOL, it's early here. What you doing up on YouTube? Man, I've been up and about since like 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Been up and about since 6 o'clock. Well, not up and about. I'll say I woke up at 6. I've been up and about since 7. Wood Stay Real TV, what the deal, my G? Baltimore's finest channel on the YouTube streets. Big up to Wood TV, man. Salute. So Wood, what happened to the homie H Money from BK, man? What happened to Slim? I don't see his channel no more. It's like he deleted his channel. Where he at? He's still around? Yeah, I mean, because he would always have a new channel, and I'd just randomly find it, and I'd always let him know in the comment section. That's where you been, man. I've been looking for your channel, dogs. Big up Stage Money wherever you at, man. I know that's your homie, Wood. What's the deal? Raghu Rijaram says, Wilder got step-aside money, supposedly. I heard something about that, too. You know? I heard something about that, too. Jet Kyle says, if Bud could stop Porter, that'd be a massive statement. And he should get full credit if he can do that. Hell yeah, that'd be big time. That'd be big time. He possibly could with the way the man, Sean Porter, be walking into shots, running into shots. That's how he got clipped by the man, Errol Spence. You know? Yes, indeed. What else is in the boxing news? I'm sure there's something else I'm leaving out. If I can't get to it, so be it. Yo, B-Marsh Boxing, I'm probably about to seal the deal on this live stream, you know what I mean? Big ups to Raghu Rajaram, Jet Kyle, Wood Stay Real TV. Big ups to Word McCray. Salute to everybody who came in this joint, man. It's 8:46. Let me go ahead and handle some BS. It's going to be a busy day today, but I want to get it out the way so I could be free and be chill probably by midday or 1 p.m., you know what I mean? Jet Kyle says, who you got, Taylor versus Ramirez? I got Josh Taylor, man. Got Josh Taylor winning that fight, you know what I mean? Josh Taylor showed a lot of moxie in that fight versus Regis Prograis, you know, with his eye getting busted up. I had that fight a draw. They gave him the victory, and I'm not surprised. The joint was in England, you know, but I had that fight a draw. But it showed that he can box. He's a boxer puncher, you know what I mean? And, you know, I believe he has only like 16 or 17 fights. So to be accomplished as a unified and going for undisputed, gotta give him a lot of credit. Jose Ramirez, on the real, you know, Jose Ramirez handled his business versus Maurice Hooker, but Maurice Hooker is a very flawed fighter. I've seen Maurice Hooker lose to Dolly Perez and get the W, and Dolly Perez, moved up in weight from 135, and I thought he won the fight. You know, Maurice Hooker was just buying time with that WBO strap or whatever strap he had. You know what I mean? I seen the fight versus Zepeda. I had that fight a draw. Some people thought Zepeda beat Ramirez. You know, and just the fact of how, and a lot of people don't talk about how the man Jose Ramirez ducked the shit out of him, and along with Bob Arum, they ducked the shit out of Jose Ramirez. They did. I'm sorry, the man Regis Prograis said, "F it, man. I'm about to go into that World Boxing Super Series tournament," and he became a world champion in that tournament. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Raghu Rajaram says, Taylor, easy money. Jet Kyle says, looks like Roman Estrada going to have a legendary trilogy, as they should. And I made a video talking about why I'm not mad at the WBC elevating Juan Francisco Estrada El Gallo to a franchise champion, because they about to have a 4-man tournament. El Gallo, Chocolatito, Carlos Cuadras, and Rungvisai. Rungvisai versus Carlos Cuadras for the second time. They fighting in a rematch. A rematch for the first fight happened maybe in 2011 or 2012. You know what I mean? And then El Gallo versus Chocolatito fight for the third time. The winners of these two bouts get to face each other for the legitimate WBC strap. I ain't mad at that one bit. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, Rungvisai and Carlos Cuadras have an opportunity to become a two-time champion or WBC champion. This is, matter of fact, this will be a third strap. He'll be if Rungvisai could beat Carlos Cuadras, he'll be a 3-time champion. You know what I'm saying? 3-time champion. That ain't nothing to sneeze at, you know. And let's say he gets to beat the man Juan Francisco Estrada if they do fight, or Chocolatito again, then we gonna have to start talking about Rungvisai being a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? On some real ish. You check it. So yeah, man. Jed Kyle says, I ain't mad either. Can't wait for that third fight between two future Hall of Famers. Absolutely. Then hopefully even Ioka can fight the winner of this 4-man tournament. Yeah, Ioka needs to get the guy from Philippines who's been hiding, fighting a bunch of nobodies for 6 years. Motherfucking, what's that guy's name? Jerwin Ancajas. Ioka versus Ancajas somewhere over there in the Philippines or Japan. Big fight in Asia. The winners gets to fight for Undisputed versus the winner of that 4-man tournament that the WBC's holding. That's what they need to do. You know, boxing's the only sport that don't got no tournament, where we don't know who the hell the real best fighters in the division are. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they used to, man. You know what I mean? Back in the day, they used to. But yeah, man. Chedka says Ancajas is a disgrace at the moment. Yeah, man, he's been faking. I don't know what's up with him. But B-March Boxing, thanks for everybody coming through. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, man. And probably put out some more videos sooner than later. Might be some today. You know what I mean? So thanks for everybody coming through. Salute to all. And I'm gone. Peace.